Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk to you about specifically about corporations as people. So this is a very political term. I think Mitt Romney, Mitt Romney a while ago got in a lot of trouble for saying, "Hey, corporations are people." Now the reality is there are some laws that really do indicate that corporations can really process themselves and get themselves treated like people. That is very true, right? But I want to talk to you today because I think there's something happening that helps me to understand that term a little better. So, one, COVID-19 is absolutely devastating to America and is devastating to the world. The ramifications of it are so deep that, it'll be a decade before we really understand all the changes that came from COVID-19. It is a dramatic and shocking change to our world, and I think people are just stunned at how many things are changing so quickly, right? So one of the things is, I used to think I was like everybody else. I was like, corporations are people. That's a ridiculous statement. Corporations are not people, and people shouldn't have sympathy for corporations, right? And if a corporation dies, or if an industry dies, nobody needs to weep over that. Well, my opinion has dramatically changed, right? And so I'm going to share something personal with you today. So I was listening to Grace Randolph yesterday. She did movie math, and she's a movie reviewer, and she talked about how right now Tenet, the numbers is they think Tenet made $10 million on opening weekend and made about $7 million second weekend. Those numbers are absolutely horrific. Right now it looks like there's almost no possibility that Warner Brothers, who made Tenet, and Tenet is a movie by Christopher Nolan. This is a real movie with a real director. I'm talking real director, right? Like Nolan made The Dark Knight Returns. It won an Oscar. It was the first comic book movie to really win an Oscar, right? So Nolan did Momentum. He did Dunkirk. Nolan is a real deal, director, and this is a real deal movie, right? With diversity, right? This is everything Hollywood wants, and it is just dying at the box office right now. The numbers are horrific, and it looks like there's no probability for Warner Brothers to even break even on this movie, to even break even. They have no ability to even break even on this movie, and that's terrible, right? And the rest of the industry is looking and saying, oh my gosh, right? And Grace said flat out, she thinks that we will not be able to go back to where any decent amount, where any company would be able to break even on a movie, and where we could go back to anything resembling a healthy industry until minimum spring 2021, right? The entire year of 2020 is lost in Grace's opinion, which means that you see an industry dying, and you see the direct possibility of corporations dying. So who could die, right? Well, I'll tell you a few, right? AMC. That's my number one movie theater chain that I go to. AMC. I've gone to them for 20 years, right? Regal. I go to them when AMC ain't got my movie, right? And honestly, Cinemark. There's just tons, right? So that's three movie studios, 3 movie theater corporations who are in desperate trouble, who are in a lot of trouble, and are really struggling to make ends meet, and really don't know if their industry is going to be around. And I will tell you right now, I weep and I pray for every family who has lost someone in this COVID-19 situation. It is a terrible loss for even a single person to lose their life to COVID-19. Right now, I'll tell you, I weep for AMC, and I weep for Regal, and I weep for Cinemark. I weep for the thousands and hundreds of thousands, probably low millions of jobs that these corporations have given for decades. For 70 or 80 years, these movie theater corporations have given good jobs to low millions of Americans, right? And and just like the popcorn job, the ticket stub job, the projector job, like I know these people. Like I go to an AMC that's 5 miles from my house, and I know people. I've seen people do these jobs for 10, 15 years. Same people. They know me. They say hi when I'm there. Well, when I used to be there, I'm there no longer, right? And and I just weep for their jobs, and also I really weep that America could lose the movie industry. It may never come back, right? And there may be multiple corporations that lose their autonomy, lose their power, and lose their ability to entertain this country. And I weep for those corporations. This is the first time in my life where I truly have connected with the loss of a corporation as if it were close to, not equal to the loss of a person, but close to it for me. Because, I can't tell you how important movies have been to me in my lifetime. They've been they have dramatically helped my mental health. They've helped me to remain calm and content and peaceful and just happy, right? Like, they really have done so much for me, and they've been such a dramatically rich part of my life. And to see these corporations, out of no fault of their own, go in the way of the dodo is just dramatically sad to me, and it just hurts my heart. It makes my heart ache. That's my opinion. What do you think? Do you understand how you might come to see the loss of a corporation as something that you might shed tears over? I definitely am getting there. I really am. Well, that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.